So are you feeling refreshed? How are you feeling after the kids' first week of everything?
This is how I'm feeling. I was like texting you, Meredith, I'll be ready to do the podcast as soon as I can get a Tylenol in me.
Oh my
This week
God.
is giving me a headache like you would not believe. Just
Uh,
because it's just, no, that's not, I'd be careful. Just because it's just been a lot. Like
mhm.
all of a sudden we're going at full speed. So I don't know about you, but this definitely, well, no, because you leave and your kids are already, then they do stuff with Anthony. So it's,
They're at
I've been
their
sleeping
little
until
camp
7:30.
and after school. So after like around this time, I'll usually go pick them up.
Okay. So actually, you're kind of on the same pace then, except for having all the same, or I should say, all of the additional like workbooks and school sent home stuff and forms and meetings and all of that.
It's so
Aside
annoying.
from that, the day to day still is pretty much the same for you based on what their childcare was over the summer.
Yeah. Because they go to the same place as their summer camp anyway. So
Perfect.
Olivia's going to she's at a new school and she's going to new after school care, but she's used to us dropping off and picking up Aubrey there. So it's not too bad. It's just been stressful because it's the first week.
Well, I've been sleeping in till about 7:30 all through the summer.
Oh, how
And
nice.
yes, and so I got kinda used to that because that's sort of that's a normal biorhythm, that's a normal
Hmm.
time to wake up every day with the sun, and then all of a sudden we're back at school and I have to wake up at 5:45, and it's like herding cats all morning. Okay, I mean, I am pretty in awe of Doug that he did this for 8 years without me. Now, it was a little bit different because one kid would sleep later. Daviana was going to preschool, so he got rid of the first one and then moved
Yeah.
on to Daviana. Now they're both at the same school, which you would think would make it easier, but they both have different needs and different personalities, and it's hard to manage them
Oh
in it
yeah.
just is. It is. So
Yeah.
we did
Yeah.
I would say to like every day Doug and I grade the girls get ready and attitude and
Yeah.
school like amongst ourselves. We don't tell them,
Of course.
but he's like, I think I'd give, one daughter, he's like, I think I'd give her, normally today would have been a C, but in light of the day before, because the day before was such a nightmare, like a double F, then
Oh my
today,
God.
like a B.
Do you put out everything the night before, like their school clothes and all that stuff?
Mhm. Yeah. So this is what's supposed to happen. They're supposed to come in the door, hang up their backpacks, take their folders out, take their lunch boxes out, and then at least
Yeah.
make their way to the homework area and the lunch packing area. And
Yeah.
then I do lunches at night, and then
Me too.
at night they have hooks. Hooks are good for hanging their backpacks and their outfits. So it's supposed to all happen at night, but it doesn't always all
It's
happen at
just
night.
it's just a mess, especially I think the first week, everybody's so tired and getting used to a new
Mhm,
schedule.
mhm.
My older one, Aubrey, who's 8 now, she's in 3rd grade and now she has new teachers. So it's a different block. So she has a homeroom teacher and then she's going to a different teacher for the rest of the
Same.
day. Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know that. Like maybe I should join a PTA because then somebody would have explained that to me so I could, but she was totally fine with it. It was me. I was the one that was like, oh, so you have multiple teachers. And even my mom was like, wait, doesn't that happen in middle school? Not anymore. No, they're
No, no,
starting
no,
to
it happens
float
in
to different
yes,
teachers. Yeah.
yes,
Hmm.
yes. I'm trying to remember. I think when I was in school, I think it happened like 4th grade. I think that's when the switch was for me.
Yeah.
So same thing with my daughter. They have 2 teachers this year, and okay, so 3rd grade is a big deal,
Hmm.
like a
That's
big
what we were told. It's a big jump in education.
yes, it's where the standardized testing is more,
Hmm.
they're looking at it more rigorously. Unfortunately, they're starting to group them into what they're gonna be in as they move forward, like, is the kid gonna be in what level classes and stuff, especially in middle school, but this is where it all starts. So this is kind of funny. I was gonna bring this up, and now's a good time. A girlfriend of mine, her husband was irate because the teacher told the class, uh, you guys have to do really well or you're going to do summer school or you're going to be held back. 3rd grade is like she was actually kind of putting the fear of God in them. And so this dad was like, why are you scaring my daughter like that? You don't need to do that. And I told my friend, I'm like, that's how it is in 3rd grade. Like
That's how it
that's
is in
the
life.
Right. That's a true statement because
Mhm.
so the teacher had to say it and she has to lay down the law at the beginning of the year and be tough with them. And guess what? Your kid isn't going to have that problem. So it's no big deal. So you're like, hey, that's not me. I don't have to worry about it. And if it is you and you have to worry about it, then you better, now you know the consequences.
Right, exactly, to lay everything out. I think it's really important to be honest about education in general. I mean, at that age, especially, I mean, they're
Yeah.
going to different teachers. There's different expectations. It's not just going to recess and painting every single day.
Yeah.
You have different,
No,
really serious classes. And yeah, the truth is, if you don't
that's what
study and you
happens.
don't
Yeah.
elevate, you will be held back, or minimally, you'll go to summer school.
Yeah. So
That's
she's
just
telling the
what it
truth.
is. And by the way, that can, I mean, that can put fear in a child, of course, but, fear can either push you forward or it can make or break you sometimes, you know? So
Or-
especially with a kid and they're developing and all you as a parent should be able to step in at that moment and handle the
And
situation.
And the child should be like, and I think she is this way, so her dad didn't need to worry, but the child should be like, "Hey, that's not me. I'm good. She's not talking to,"
Right.
like, I heard that message too when I was a kid, but I knew they weren't talking to me. I knew I was gonna do my homework and,
I really
so
believe in
it's
just
a little
letting the
sensitive.
teachers, unless the teachers are like it's a bad teacher, okay,
Mhm.
there's an exception to everything.
Yes.
But, you gotta let them teach. You gotta let
Yeah.
them and your
Yeah.
kids kinda grow up and learn how to handle those situations on their own, and not always patting them and making sure that they're taken care of all the time. You
Right.
have to let them go out and become little people,
Right.
and
Right.
it's okay that a kid fails, because we wouldn't be where we are today if we didn't fail.
Mm-mm. No, you have to try and
At
make
some
mistakes and learn
point,
from them.
I was scrolling. What was it? It was like it must have been last weekend, and it was a couple of elementary school teachers. They were like, "This is what they elementary school teachers really need from you as a parent
Mhm.
from the kids in their first day
Ooh,
that
okay, this
you
is good stuff.
yeah, that you don't think of or don't know." And okay, so Olivia just went to kindergarten for the first time, and it's just little things that you never think of. Well, snack time or even going to the lunchroom for the first time, anytime that Olivia needs, her pirate's booty or something open or a bag of pretzels, you know what I mean? Like some chips or something, who's there to open it up?
The
Me.
teacher has to be. Oh, you are at home.
I
Yes.
am. And it's hard to open a bag like
Mhm.
that,
I
or
know that's
even
stuff you don't think about.
you never think about it. You never think about opening and how to close a Ziploc bag. You
Mhm.
never she's
Good
a
point.
lot of these elementary school kids, they've never had to open up a lunchbox with a zipper around. And there's only a certain amount of teachers in the lunchroom. There's only a certain amount of extra moms and parents and PTA that are there to help. But there's so many of the kids. There have been instances, not necessarily at my school, but what the teacher was explaining was that the kid just needs help, but there's so many other kids that need help. They don't
They're
even
not
get to eat
yeah.
lunch.
Well, okay, I have a mom fail on lunch packing this week. Daviana came home one day and I said, "How was lunch? How was this?" And I made her favorite egg salad. She wanted egg salad. And she said,
Yummy.
"Today was terrible. My sandwich was soggy. I couldn't eat any of it because I got one of those cute little lunch boxes, like the bento boxes where they have the
Yes,
different
of
compartments.
course. I have
The
them.
prob Right? The problem with those is if you don't separate the items into, like, plastic bags or into their own little separate containers, when the bento box closes, it doesn't seal all the way to
Yeah,
keep the moisture in the certain compartments.
right.
So some of the blueberry juice, some of the I mean, some of the vegetables and fruits that are a little bit moist, that went into the sandwich
It
segment of the
leaks.
bento box and made it all mushy.
Yeah.
So here I am thinking I'm making her this amazing lunch, and she was like, "I had a
She's like,
terrible day."
"This is awful. Everything tasted terrible because it
But
tastes like blueberry egg sandwich."
and I actually thought to myself, I was like, "Oh, how embarrassing. The teachers are gonna think I'm a terrible mom, making not knowing how to pack a lunch for my properly for my kid." And then I realized,
Right.
just to your point, they're too busy running around the
No.
lunchroom trying to help with it, help kids
And
open
also,
stuff.
how are you supposed to know that? That's all trial and error. So it's
Yes.
depending on how it actually closes. And yeah, a lot of those parents use those little boxes. We have one too. And so I don't want to use excess plastic, or I don't want the kids to get used to it. But I really don't know what else to do here when it comes to like a bunch of grapes or a side of ranch, for their carrots. Olivia
Yes.
likes that with her little mini cucumbers, and
Mhm.
especially the sandwich, a tuna sandwich, a chicken salad sandwich, a ham sandwich, or whatever it is, and it not leaking. Well, guess what? I have to use a plastic bag. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, you could use the reusable plastic bags. Okay, I can try. It's probably going to go in the trash. She's accidentally going to, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, and do that.
and then don't you worry that they're gonna get some level of bacteria in them. Either you're gonna wash them with with too much soap and the soap contaminant is going to get into the kids' food, or
Yeah,
you're going to wash them with not enough soap and there's going to be
of
bacteria
course.
growing from the food that sits there in the lunchbox all day.
100%. Yes, and
No one's
that's the over
situation.
worry. I know. So
You're,
it's like
you're,
a lose-lose situation,
mhm.
but she doesn't know how to close like a Ziploc bag. And if you think
No,
about it, it's pretty tedious. They do have the ones with the little I saw her suggest the little it's a little knobby thing that you slide back and forth. And again, I wouldn't have even thought about that because you have to
right.
sit there and pretend you are like 5 years old again.
Yeah.
I taught her how to open and close a Tupperware little
Uh-huh.
round thing to hold her
Right.
ranch or some grapes, and she nailed it right away. But yeah, opening like a little thing of peaches or something, or even yesterday, she was so proud of herself. She's like, "Look, Mom, I opened up my Pirates Studio by myself," and I was like, "Okay, all right, this is
Yes.
good. This is good." I was
Yes.
worried about it, but now she's a big girl. And she's elevating, which is nice. But yeah, on that first day, first week, there are kids that aren't going to be able to eat like with their snacks and stuff like that because they're not aware of doing those little things that you
No.
don't even think about.
Did I tell you my kids in dual language? Did I
No,
tell you
that's
that?
so cool.
Yes. Yes. Not my
Wow.
older one, but my younger one. So she goes to
What?
school
Yeah.
and they completely that's been my big panic this year. And because they go into class, her teacher starts speaking to her in Spanish and that's it. And we are not Spanish speaking in our home. She's
Mhm.
had very little exposure to I mean, some of our friends do, but very little exposure. And so I've been so nervous, but she is so gung ho. She comes home, Mom, Azul, Mom, uno, dos. She counts. I mean, she is not. It's been 1 week. Okay, we're
Right.
nowhere near conversational, but apparently the teacher just talks to them in Spanish, and their little baby brains are so good at
Oh, yeah, they soak it up.
figuring out, yeah, soaking it up
Mhm.
that they kind of learn. And so we're gonna be watching all Spanish cartoons in our house now, and
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool.
it's intense. It's intense.
It's gonna be
So
a
I'm
lot.
scared, and I'm
Your
hearing,
older one may be like, "Wait a minute, Mom, I wanna watch SpongeBob in
yes,
English,
I
please."
know,
But you know
and
what? It's all beneficial for them overall, as long I mean,
yeah,
that's how a lot of people learn how to speak American. They just turn on
yes.
the like, that's exactly what they do, so that kinda makes a lot of sense.
Yes, we told Davi when she graduates 5th grade, if she can speak Spanish, we're going to Spain, and she
Yeah.
can be
Oh.
our tour guide, and she can translate.
Uh I wanna join. What
I
okay,
know, right?
como te
Yes, please.
llamas? Yes. I wanna do that. That sounds what a good reward. I love that
Yeah,
idea, Roxanne. Okay,
yeah,
I might steal that from you. That's awesome.
yeah,
Um,
so but
ver
the homework is gonna come, and I'm not gonna be able to Duolingo it, and it's gonna get she's
it's
gonna
gonna
get
be
so far ahead of
yeah.
me, and my lack of Espanol.
I
Um,
took like 7 years of Spanish in, I don't know, must've been middle school through high school, and, don't remember a lick
no,
of anything because I never exercised it, I never used it, and then by the
no.
time I went to college, that wasn't, one of my courses that I was taking, so, whoop, now it's just not there anymore.
It's something to think about, like, the fact that they say I'm really glad you brought that up. Taking a language in college even, or in high school. Now, if you do high school 4 years of French and then you do college 4 years of French, maybe something will stick into the grooves, and then you go study abroad, and then you go, that might be a plan. But what's the point in even taking a language class if you're not in elementary school, because it's not gonna stick,
Right,
you know?
exactly. Or you're not gonna travel. There's not a lot of people that are,
Yeah.
can get to do that. Yeah, no, it's true. And it's cool to see them speaking, another language and all that stuff. But yeah, even I took American Sign Language as well
Mhm.
for, I don't know, let's insert like 7 or 8 years because it was that long.
Oh my
And
gosh.
so I did, and I could because when I was younger, I would learn it
You
because
could
my brother
translate during the hurricanes.
yeah, that
You
would
could
have
be one
been
of the
awesome
translators.
up on TV.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I did wanna be a translator growing up. I mean, there were multiple things I was thinking about becoming, but, I was taking that initially when I was younger because my brother is severely autistic,
I
and
figured I figured it was because of
I
that.
could
Yeah.
right, I could never speak to him, so I thought to myself, "Oh, well, and by the way, my mom also presented this idea. So,
Mhm.
I don't know if she was aware or she was just trying to, like, shut me up or something like that. But anyway, that's not how autism works, by the way. So, I was taking it for years and years and years trying to learn American
Yeah.
Sign
My
Language.
brother,
I got really good, and you
um,
cannot a lot of autistic children, that's not how their brain works. So,
right, right,
don't waste your
right.
time if that's the avenue you're going.
Right, that's not a surefire way. You
No,
know,
it is not.
I was with this little girl the other day who wasn't able to hear anything.
Mm.
We went to the movies, with her and our kids, and she was deaf until she was 5, and
Oh,
now she's 9, and so she got the cochlear implant, and I mean, she
wow.
said it was amazing when she got it. So she's so adorable. But my husband started kinda messing with her because he was like, "Oh my gosh, you can read lips, can't you?" And she's like, "Mhm." And so he started
Ooh,
testing her, and she was such a good lip
yeah.
reader. You wouldn't
Mhm.
believe it. Like, whatever we said, she was like, "Yep." That's a cool skill too. Lip
That's
reading,
very cool. I'm not an
very
expert at
powerful.
it, but I feel like because of that, it also makes you good
Yes.
lip reader with American Sign Language. So I can't when there's like those celebrity videos and it's muted and they're trying to figure out what they were saying, or there
Right.
is like a serious conversation happening. I'm not joking, like around the corner in a restaurant or something like that.
Yeah. You
I
can be
can
like,
kind of make out like what's going on
mhm.
to this day. You know what? That's a skill, like underdeveloped skill in myself. I should like
Ooh, yeah,
refreshen
you
that
could
up a
develop
little
that.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but I can. It is cool because then there'll be like experts that do that for the celebrity
Yes.
breakdown. Oh, what did Taylor Swift actually say to Travis?
Oh, I love that.
I know, me too. So I kind of do like a little breakdown with them and then see if I agree or not. But yeah, that's kind of funny. I can kind of do the same thing, but yeah, that's cool. That's awesome. And she's so young as well that she can do that.
Yes. Yes. So you know what I feel like lately? I have not been good about like, all that I have to do for my job for prep is a little bit of lifestyle news,
Mhm.
but I don't do celebrity news anymore. I don't
Yep.
because it's not part of my normal routine of wake up and comb through. Now the good thing about it is I used to go to all the news sites,
Yeah.
and then you get all the depressing stuff. So I don't
Of
have any of that
course.
depressing stuff
Mhm.
because I filtered it all
That's
out.
nice. That's
Right,
nice.
but I feel like I kind of don't like what's going on in the world. I you have any stories to share with me that I
I'm sure you've seen it. I think the biggest thing within the past 2 days to 3 days would
Uh-huh.
be, and probably because it's frontal lobe, that's why I mentioned Taylor Swift. She went on her boyfriend's
The
podcast.
podcast,
Yeah,
yes.
and so that was really the first time you see it's the three of them because the brother's on there too, but like the two of them in a long form. And
Travis and Kelsey and Taylor all talking together.
it's the most watched and fastest watched
I
podcast
heard it broke the
ever
internet.
on
Yes.
YouTube to ever. It's more than Joe Rogan, than like a Trump interview or anything like that. It is like it's
Was
huge.
Did anything come from it that was, like, earth-shattering?
So okay,
I
so
guess just if you're her. Yeah.
the biggest takeaway is how from now this isn't just from my opinion, okay? These are from people males that I work with and that's been talked about online is you can see the chemistry between the
Mhm.
two of them. You know how it was argued before that it was like
A fake
they were
relationship, a sham?
100%, but if you sit
Mhm.
there and it's I don't even know how over an hour long, you sit there and it's like they're the same person. Like you can
Oh,
tell
that's cool.
how in love the two of them
Aw.
are. Yes, and that's what people are really leaning in and because it kind of shuts down everything. They're finishing each other's sentences. They're just, like the canoodling. It's the first I don't know, year or two of their relationship. So you can tell it's the honeymoon phase. You can see it, you can listen to it. And, she's talking about her new album and he's so supportive and so excited about it. So, yes, you can definitely see the chemistry between the two of them. And then she's also talking about hanging out with his family and how close she is with his
With their
family.
family.
Yeah. So that's a legit thing. Now it's like solidified. So I'm happy she didn't do her own podcast or go somewhere else that she went on
Of
there and it
course.
kind of shut everybody up, you know?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now, they've been together about 2 years. Yes, a lot of people thought that it was a fake and it was a sham relationship, but they have stood the test of time, at least thus far. And so did she talk any of course, she didn't talk any of the Blake Lively stuff, right?
No, but there's speculation
Are there
that
any
there's
codes?
yeah, so there's a rumor that there's going to be a song or two about that on there. Of course,
Yes.
she's not going to, yeah, on her new album. So I'm very excited about that because I just want to know. And a leaked text message came out today, but with Justin Baldoni and that whole situation about how he had to meet up with with Blake and Ryan Reynolds once again, and how he was so nervous about it, but he wanted to persevere. And he sent it to like 25 of his coworkers and best friends, like hoping for the best. And they were all super supportive underneath it. And it's just crazy how that situation went down and how they pulled Taylor Swift into it. So being backstabbed by your best friend, that's like 100% going to be talked about on the album, because Taylor Swift,
Yes.
that's what she does for a living. It's all
Well,
about
that's
relationships.
relationships. Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, okay, now that she is in a steady, serious, happy relationship, is she going to lose her ability to make songs and write music? That's because that's where you know, a lot of times artists, they do their best work when it's coming from a point of pain. It's hard to find
Yeah.
inspiration, and you know, you
Yeah.
can make some songs, I'm so in love, but then, oh, I'm still so in love. I'm still so, it's the
Mhm.
heartache songs that people really, you
Gravitate
know,
towards. Yeah, and the
yes.
drama and like how you really feel. So that's good. That's a good point to bring up. But I would say, because you're still in that honeymoon phase right now. Before, when she wrote her other album, she wasn't with Travis. So I feel like this is going to have
She's
some
got it.
really heavy romantic music in it,
Ooh,
potentially.
okay.
So some of those albums, some of the best albums you can potentially or have think of in the past were because of that new kind of love and
Mhm,
just,
mhm.
or there'll be some sexy songs in there. Who knows what we're going to be surprised with, but
Or and also the Blake Lively diss track.
oh yeah. Uh,
So,
what we all
it's a pretty
want.
good album.
If that's not on there, like why did you even release it?
Yeah,
Because that's like the biggest thing I want to know about.
yeah, I
Seriously.
know, I know.
She was deposed last week, Blake Lively. So
Oh, okay, explain what happened again today with the text message that was released with Justin. So, it was him texting a big group of people saying how much he loved working with them? That's
how much he loved the project and how sad he was to work with somebody that was taking it away from him piece by piece by piece. And he was just texting a lot of people because he was about to go meet up with Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds again about the drama in the situation, and to wish him well and the best. And everybody was really supportive, and they couldn't believe it. It was like 25 different people on there.
so so this is in support of Justin then? Is this to show that
This was
he's a
a
good.
leaked message from a while ago.
Okay, but does it
Yeah.
support Justin's case, Justin's
Mhm.
side of the story? Like it supports.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
And
don't know what
yeah.
happened. I mean, I don't know if we're ever gonna find out what happened in the deposition, but yeah, she was deposed last week, I believe.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm excited about that.
It's
So,
juicy, juicy.
yeah. Are your girls Swifties? Are they Swiftie fans?
You know what's weird? They went through a quick Taylor Swift phase,
Mhm.
and then Evelyn's out of it to the point that if you bring it up, she's like, "I don't like Taylor Swift at all." I don't know why she's like that, but she's just like a
Yeah.
contrarian,
Mhm.
and maybe she's jealous too because she likes to
Maybe.
sing. Maybe she's being a
A
little hater.
hater?
Uh-huh. I don't like her.
You're
But I
like, "You
tell you
know
who they do
what?
love.
I'm better."
They
That's
they
funny.
do love K-pop Demon Hunters. I mean,
It's on
that's
my TV in my car all the time.
mhm,
I
that's all
I
they
mean,
care about.
it doesn't really bother me either. I don't know why. Like, I keep singing
No.
some of the songs that they get stuck
Mhm.
in my head. It's a cute movie, and then they said that it's so popular. Yeah,
Yeah.
it and they said that it's so popular. It's the second most streamed kids movie on Netflix, developed by Netflix. So they're coming out with season 2 and 3,
Oh, they should.
or
They should. I will be
movie 2 and
movie
3, or I
the
should
sequel.
say.
Yeah, the sequel.
Yeah,
I will be
yeah,
all about it. You know what else? You should do that on your morning show when you guys do your dances and you make your 2 guy counterparts who
yeah,
you should be Orlando and Rich, make them dress as women, the 3-girl band. So you could be Rumi and the other 2
yeah,
could be the other 2 girls,
yeah. That's a
and you
cute
could sing
idea.
Golden. And you get
I
like
would
the
love
the
that.
ponytails and yeah.
I asked him if he could play it this week on Monday for
Uh-huh.
the first day back, because everybody's in their car. The parents have been
Oh,
listening
yeah.
to it. It's on the Billboard top like
Oh,
200. It's
did you
crazy.
guys play it?
I got shut down. So
Aw.
it's not in format. So okay, I'm not the, I don't control the music or programming or anything like that. So that's fine. But I thought it would have been cute because it's like the first day
Yes.
back. And even if it was like 30 or 40 seconds, it's just kind of like hey, we're thinking of you guys. We know you've been stuck together all summer long. And welcome back to school. Welcome back to listening to us because you've been on summer vacation or doing, your summer camps and stuff. So, but yeah, I mean, we love listening to all that stuff. I'm now more into K-pop because of it.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Hmm.
So now
Do you know
like
what the girls
BTS
look like?
in
Do
real
you know what
life?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
They
because 'cause I've
look
seen all the behind the scenes. They're gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
they're so
so
pretty.
pretty, and they look just like
Mhm.
what is it, the
The
animation.
characters.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. It is so much fun, and, hey, we're talking do you wanna come in here? You wanna say hi? We're talking K-pop. Do you like Huntrix?
Hi.
Yes, yes.
Hi. Which one is
Hi.
your favorite song?
Mm,
Golden or Soda Pop?
Oh, I do like Soda
Golden.
Pop. I like Golden too.
Golden.
My girls love Golden. I like Soda Pop though.
My favorite out of all Huntrix is Zoe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Zoe's really
yeah.
cool. Are you excited it's the weekend so you don't have to be at school since it was your first week? Oh yeah. What was your favorite thing that you did this week?
I liked doing my reading survey.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, a survey. Okay.
Good job, babe. Alright, well,
Bye.
carry on.
Love
Yeah.
you.
Love you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, babe. Okay, this is my
What is that?
gel that I put on my face, gel I guess it just came Amazon delivery.
Oh, is that for the red light?
No, it's for my it is for one of those things that I don't think those things really do anything, but
The
you put the
toning?
yes.
I
Do
know
you
what you're
think they
talking
work?
about. Is it the rolling balls that go on your face
Yes,
and
yeah,
then
the
there's
2 rolling
tiny?
balls.
Yeah, I know
Yes.
exactly what you're talking
Do you
about.
think it works?
Yeah, but you have to
You do?
keep it's not like a one and done. You have to keep doing it all
You
the
have to keep
time.
doing it and then yeah. I
It's
mean,
a,
if you
the
go to your esthetician and you ask, they'll be like, "No, that doesn't do anything." But,
no, I mean, listen, even if it does a little bit and helps with the
makes you
fine
feel like you're
lines and
doing
wrinkles
something.
right here,
Yeah,
I don't see how it could not. It probably
right.
isn't like such a big change where like a little bit of a Botox like
Yes.
right around the crow's feet.
Mhm,
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about those extra fine lines and
mhm.
wrinkles. And I feel like just exercising that area and flattening it and rotating
Yeah,
that area. I mean, yeah, definitely. I feel like it does.
there's something to it.
Anything to help.
Yeah, why not?
For real.
Why not? So what else, anything else stressing you out or you're excited about the school year? You know what's gonna happen, Meredith, it just reminded me with Huntrix because we're already talking Halloween costumes. Do you know what your Halloween costume is already?
No,
Do you have it
I haven't
planned
even
out?
talked about. Usually I'm very ahead of that, so maybe I'm
That's
behind.
why I was asking you because it seems like something you would be on the ball
Yes.
already.
Yeah, normally. Yeah, but not right now. I'm actually just focused on like what the hell I'm gonna sign them up for not after school care, but for sports.
Okay, and your girls do sports. They do soccer?
They did not during the summer. We took off the summer because we wanted to do a bunch of stuff, and there was summer camp.
Yeah.
But Olivia didn't like it. She
She's one
doesn't
and done. That's
like.
good. Yeah.
She's okay. But you know what I did do? I looked up. I was talking to Olivia and her grandmother
Mhm.
last night, and I found this ballet class that's close by, and she loves to dress up. She loves to
Oh, good.
dance. And then if I sign her up for this ballet class, then she also gets to do the Nutcracker in December, which you've done
Nice.
before, right?
Yes,
How
we
when
love it.
yeah. And if I mean, I guess it's a selfish thing as a parent in a sense as well. Like it benefits her, but also I would love to be like one of the parents watching her daughter, do
Right,
the little
right. Stage
Nutcracker
one. You wanna
thing.
be stage one. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So
stage ones are cool.
I exactly. So, and I've never delved into that whatsoever. So I feel like I'm going to sign her up for that. But I was talking to a therapist, and she suggested she's like, I know a lot of parents want to put their kids in the same thing, the same kind of
Mhm.
sports, all that stuff. She's like, actually, as they get older, that's the worst thing you can do with siblings because they're already fighting for your attention and they're fighting with each other nonstop. And now they're competing in the same sport. So
And your
if
older
they're
daughter doesn't do dance?
no, well, she did dance when she was really, really young. And then we went to gymnastics, and then she did sports. I'm trying to sign her up for basketball, but she's
Mhm.
like way more athletic. She don't want
Okay.
to do like a
Oh, yeah.
ballet. She needs to run around, and she's very
Right,
good
you're
at
yeah. Yes,
athletic
yes.
stuff. So for her to be in ballet doesn't really make sense. But I was talking to my girlfriend about this yesterday. She's like, "Yeah, all three of my kids are going to be, in soccer. They're going to all be in the
Yeah.
same blah blah blah." And I was going back to my friend that told me, okay, but as they get older, just watch out with that because they're constantly competing with one another in the household for their parents' attention, at school with their grades. And now the one time when they could focus on something that they're good at and individualistic, now they're competing against that as well. And it's just
Right.
frustrating, you know?
Okay, I have a story for you. So I wholeheartedly agree with what you're saying. Both my daughters are dancers,
Hmm.
and I started them at the same school. And as we moved along the school, we realized that we wanted to have my older daughter do some musical theater because she has a really good voice. So over the summer, I looked into a musical theater program and I found it for her, and it happened to also have dance and ballet and everything.
Oh, nice.
So she joined that. She started doing productions. She loved it. And it was like her people. Like she fit in there. She was right off the bat excelling, and maybe more so than she was at the other studio. And that's fine. Uh, and so then she at the other studio, she wasn't picked for a competition team. And, some of her other peers were. So she found this place and she's like, because of her voice, because of her personality,
Yeah.
and because they focus on more musical theater, boom, it was her place. And then my younger daughter started at the original place, and she has gotten to the point where she got selected for the competition team at a really young age. So I kind of made the controversial decision of having them at separate schools. And I hope that in doing so, the separate dance studios don't look at me as like a traitor because I've got one place and one the other place.
No.
But the fact is, it works out so well in our family because
Yeah.
my daughters are so competitive.
Hmm.
And again, what if the older one never got Clara as the Nutcracker and the younger one did? They're at separate schools. They can cheer
Yeah.
for each other, and
Exactly.
they can shine at their separate places. There would always be, and to your point, there would always be a comparison made.
Right.
So and
And that's
it's
not
actually
fair.
yeah, no, it'd be like, well, her other sister does this, now it's like they're at the
Right.
school that's the best fit for them based on their
Correct.
talents and how I want them developed.
And that
Yeah.
right, and that might change over time as well.
Mhm.
One may want to do something else, or they might
Yeah. Oh,
gravitate
yeah.
towards, so I feel like that's exactly how you should handle that situation. So this is going to be our first time. Um, I mean, I
You're gonna
could
love it.
completely go
You're
back
gonna
on
love
it,
it.
and
Yeah.
I'm very excited about my youngest going into ballet. I love seeing
Yeah.
it's my daughter. I want to see,
Yeah.
and it's not a forced thing. She genuinely wants to like put on a little
She wants
makeup.
to
And
try it. Yeah.
she looked at me, or Anthony this week, and I didn't buy her enough dresses. She's like, her uniform. She's like, Daddy, I don't have any dresses to wear. And Anthony told me this, and I'm like, well, she has skirts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
She wants to wear dresses. She's a girly girl. I'm gonna get her like knee highs, for her shoes and
Oh,
stuff
so
like that once the
cute.
school year, or once it cools down a little bit more.
Yeah.
But and Aubrey's a tomboy. She wants to go run around, and I was a
Totally.
tomboy too growing up. So I get it. I get both because now I'm
Right.
more of a girly girl. But yeah, I don't want them to feel like they have to compete when they're having their extracurricular fun time.
It's
Life
nice
is
they have their
it's
own
too
lane.
hard. Right.
Yes.
It's too hard.
Yes,
And
that's good.
them sharing stories about what they did with each other and playing nicely with each other because they weren't just competing. That's what
Well, if
I
that
want.
happens in your household, you're doing something right. It doesn't quite happen like that yet in my household.
I
I'm
say this all the
picturing
time.
like
I
if
don't
my
know.
kids shared stories with one another, nice stories. No, they're not like that yet. But
It
hopefully
happened. It
in the good
happened.
one.
They've been so tired this week. They'll argue. They argue in the car
Yes.
and then when they get home. But then like before eating or right after eating, they're
Uh-huh.
playing with dolls and they're playing together. And I think it's because they're so exhausted from their week that
Right.
there's nothing to complain about or
Right.
nitpick
Right.
at the end of the day. Like they actually are getting along. And I'm like, I need
Right.
to exhaust you guys more, I think. That's what I came
Yeah.
to. That's
Yeah.
my idea at least. So
Oh my
yeah,
gosh. I love it. I love it. You're doing it, girl. I love it. I'm so happy you're gonna be a stage mom now.
I know. Which we
Stage
got
mom.
a momager. Is that what they call it?
Is that what it is? Mama
A
what?
momager.
Momager.
A mom.
Momager. Yes. I thought you said a mama
Yeah.
jerk. And I was like, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, I can
No,
definitely
no,
be
no,
that.
but yes, momager. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, shoot me. I try not to act like a stage mom. I mean, internally you're like want to push your kids and hope they have fun and hope for the best. But like
Yeah.
I try not to, just watch dance moms do the opposite of what those moms do.
Okay. I'll do that this weekend.